Welcome everyone to another tier list video. This time, you can see it. We aren't doing anything related to anime. Fuck anime. We got presidents. And honestly, we have a philosophical man on my hand. I have the great TylerDOE to help me out.
I'm here. I wouldn't have agreed to this if I knew it was Patreon exclusive. I thought that I was gonna get some clout, but apparently no clout. So I don't even know why I'm here. But anyways, I'm gonna have to talk to my agent later. But yeah,
Yeah.
we're here to rank the presidents.
The presidents of the United States. You guys aren't ready for this. This is gonna be the #1 content in freaking Patreon. This is how Tao's gonna get all the Patreons.
Tao, you know what I think this is though? This is gonna be funny. I bet this is gonna show how the American education system teaches us like random fucking facts, but not anything important.
Yeah, which one's
I'm looking at the list and I'm like, okay, I only know like I probably know 90% of these people, and I know like one stupid fact about a lot of them.
I only know 20% of them.
All right, let's start going down the list.
Well, we have, of course, the founding United States. The man, the myth, George Washington. He crossed the river. He did
What was that river called, Tao?
I don't fucking remember. But he crossed some river during the, the war, the Revolutionary War. Yeah, he was a commander-in-chief during that war and everything. Yeah, obviously. But, he's F tier for me because, hygiene, he has no hygiene. Dental hygiene is important. And on top of that, this man, I thought, cut down a cherry tree when I was younger, but didn't. He's
and like just the fact that he didn't have the balls to cut down the cherry tree, it's like, bro, how the fuck are we gonna rank you any higher? You know what I mean?
I don't know. F tier.
Yeah, F tier. All right, next one.
Adams, I think his name is.
Yeah, John Adams.
So Adams was like the anime villain.
Yeah, he the reason why I have to put him low, I think I'm gonna put him in D tier because he didn't like not cut down a cherry tree or anything.
Yeah.
Bro, he looks soft as fuck. Like, look at his face.
Yeah, I mean,
he looks like a little bitch. Like, I would not be afraid of John. If I saw that was the president, I'm like, oh, I'm invading right now. I'm like, I don't have a problem with this. I'm gonna destroy these people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He's D tier for me. I think he's slightly above, George Washington, because he was more like the villain type, and we needed a villain in the United States. Now we have Jefferson, right?
Yes.
Okay, Jefferson. He wrote this Declaration of Independence, and I know he didn't, but he stole it, so he's S tier.
Bro, what is he, Nick Cage?
Yeah, this man stole the credit. It was just like, yeah, I know I only wrote I only signed my name, but I wrote it.
All right, next we have James Madison, one of the ones that I know nothing about.
So he's C tier.
Yeah, C tier sounds about average to me.
Yeah, he's average.
And you know who follows right after James Madison? Another one that I know nothing about, James Monroe.
Oh, Monroe. Monroe is a weird name, so he's D tier.
Monroe. He signed bills, then vetoed things.
Yes, he did stuff. Yes.
Okay, now the next guy does have a cool name, so and honestly the sideburns kind of fucking secure it for me. But this is John Quincy Adams.
John Quincy Adams. Oh my god.
Sideburns.
He's like the
really good looking guy.
He's like the evolved Adams. He's like the
yeah, bro.
You
know what he is though? He's literally just an upgrade in every single way of John Adams. Because if I saw this guy, I'm like, I'm not fucking going to the U.S. This guy fuck me up. Look at his sideburns, bro.
Where are you putting him?
I think he's an A tier easily.
Yeah, A tier for me. Now we have Andrew Jackson, right?
Yep.
Andrew Jackson. This man, he just looks like a Chad. This man, like, he knew how to kick some ass. I thought, the last guy was like an antagonist. Jeez, OPs. Andrew Jackson took it to a new level.
He's on the $20 bill, which I think is the bill that I use the most.
Yeah.
So that makes me, and then also he did something with federal banks. Like I said, the U.S. education system is failing me right now, but something about federal banks.
He shut it down, I think.
One of the two. He either shut it down or I don't know. Fucking who cares?
One of the two.
Let's put him in B tier because B tier looks lonely.
Yeah, B tier does look lonely.
All right, now we have Martin Van Buren, the person with the best sideburns to ever run the U.S. So I think that's got to put him in S tier easily.
Yeah, S tier. Honestly,
the sideburns alone.
The sideburns, do it for me. Now the other guy, I don't know who the fuck this is.
I'll be honest, I've never heard this guy's name before in my life. His name is William Henry Harrison. No fucking clue who this guy is. I've never heard of him once.
Henderson. I can't even say your name. So you easily F tier.
William something.
F tier. We can't say your name, damn it.
All right, now this next one I've heard of, but again, know nothing about. John Tyler.
John Tyler. Well, he has Tyler in it, so he's S tier.
Yeah, he's obviously S tier.
Obviously. Now we have this guy.
James K. Polk.
The
Al,
Pope.
do you know anything about James K. Polk?
Well, he has long hair and he looks like a rock star, so.
He looks like a weird like Beethoven rock star.
He looks like the poor tenth of Beethoven.
Yeah.
The Walmart version of Beethoven, so he's C tier.
Okay, now this next guy I do know something about, and I don't remember if I'm completely fucking making this up or if this is a real fact, but I'm pretty sure he was the shortest term president because he died like really soon after getting in office of pneumonia or something. His name's Zachary Taylor. I had a friend in high school whose name's Zach Taylor, so I think he's probably up in A tier at least.
Yeah.
And he's a Chad for getting like the most powerful position in the world and then be like, fuck it, die.
He just yeeted himself out there. I mean,
He just yeeted right out of there, bro.
yeah. And who's the next guy?
This is Millard Millard Fillmore. Oh God, if I don't know anything about Millard Fillmore.
Fillmore. He has
Kinda
the same
cool name.
He has Fillmore in his name, which is a car from Cars.
Yes.
So he's a hippie.
You know what I'm just realizing, Tal, is this whole like this little section that we're going through
We
is
don't know
full
shit
of people
of.
that I have no idea who they are up until Lincoln.
Yeah.
Like Lincoln's where I start understanding the people again.
Mhm.
But
Just a
yeah,
little bit.
Millard Fillmore, fucking I don't know, who knows? That's
Oh.
C tier.
Yes.
Kind of a whack name.
He's a hippie. That's all we can say.
Next, we have another one that I have no fucking clue about. Remember whenever I said 90% of them I know? Franklin Pierce.
Franklin Pierce. I mean,
Never heard that name in my life.
He pierces through the hearts of
He's
many.
he's kind of handsome, I guess. He does the Napoleon hand thing whenever he takes pictures. The picture that I'm looking at, he's like putting his hand in his breast pocket, which makes me think that he's probably 5'4", which. The next person is another person that had the unlucky job of being after Lincoln, which is Andrew Johnson.
Mhm.
The only thing that I remember about him is I'm pretty sure that he like had the exact opposite views as Lincoln.
He was
Which he
negative
somehow pulled off.
Lincoln.
Because I'm pretty sure that the way that it worked back there, and I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the way that it worked back then was that the president would be of one party and then the vice president would be the other. So it'd be
Yeah.
like kind of balancing out parties. And so he was the other one and he filled in afterwards.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's the only thing that I remember about him though.
Yeah, he's negative Lincoln. So if Lincoln's got tier, this guy has to be F tier.
F
He's
tier,
negative
right,
Lincoln.
right.
No, this guy,
Ulysses S. Grant. my
Grant
guy.
just looks like a Chad.
Bro, he is a Chad. Also, he was the one who led the Union armies. So you got to put him up there pretty high. He's either S or God tier. I think S tier, S tier, S tier.
Honestly, let's go S tier. I don't think he's up
Alright.
there in God level, but
Yeah, he's not
very
quite
close.
Lincoln, but he's up there pretty high.
Mhm.
So this next guy, I actually do have a random fact about this next guy. It's Rutherford B. Hayes. He has a really sick beard.
I can see that.
So that's a random fact about him. The next two guys actually have pretty fucking sick beards. So I think we have to put, actually just go ahead and put both of them really fast in S tier.
S tier.
No,
yeah.
S tier. Yeah, for the beards. The beards are
The
on
beards
next level.
alone. I mean,
So that was James Garfield and Rutherford B. Hayes. All right, next we have Chester A. Arthur. The worst beard I've ever seen in my fucking life. Get this
Yeah.
guy down into F tier as fast as
I
you can.
don't even know what that is.
Jesus Christ, that's the worst.
Is an F guy Taft?
No, the next guy is Grover Cleveland.
Damn it. Where's
Um,
Taft?
Grover Cleveland, I think that, yes, okay, I just clicked on his profile and I was right. This guy is a Chad. You know why? He left the office, so he is president from 1885 to 1889, and then he's like, all right, I'm done being. Then the motherfucker comes back in 1893 and wins, and then becomes president for a second term.
He's like-
So this motherfucker literally left the office and came back, and he's the first and only president to ever do that. So he's got to be up there in S tier, A
Yeah.
tier. Either one's fine.
S tier, just for that reason. He's like, bitch, I'm gonna leave, come back, and come back to destroy your ass. Like,
Yes,
he was a true Chad.
This next guy, never heard of him, but he has a pretty cool beard.
Yeah.
So we got to put him in A because I've
Yeah.
never heard of him before. But his name's Benjamin Harrison.
Benjamin Harrison. I mean, obviously he has a cool beard, but he can't be S tier with these two Chads.
I think it's funny on this list that I'm using, Tao. It says Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, then goes back to Grover Cleveland again because he ran again. That's funny. Okay, so next, now this guy has to be rated pretty high. First of all, he looks like a supervillain. Like when you look at him, he has like a very supervillain face. But he is the guy that we named the tallest mountain in the U.S. after. Tao, do you know who that is?
Mount Rushmore.
McKinley.
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 My
So
baby.
William McKinley. So we got to put him in B tier for that, mostly because B tier is looking really empty and it's bothering me.
Now we have Theodore
All right.
Roosevelt.
Bro, the chaddest of all presidents.
We have to. he has his
What are we
own
gonna do?
tier. He's fucking above God himself.
But can we put him above Lincoln in good conscience?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
It's your list.
because he got shot through the heart. It's
And
like,
you're too late.
bitch, no. I'm gonna continue my fucking speech.
Bro, my favorite part about that is that the only reason that he survived was because his speech was so thick and long, and then he literally went on stage and was like, there's audio of this, by the way, Ty. You can find this audio. It's actually kind of interesting. He goes,
I have just been shot, but it takes more than that to kill a bull moose.
ladies and gentlemen, I have been shot in the chest. And then he's like, anyways, reform. And he just goes on to give this long ass speech.
I mean, what
right.
did Lincoln do, by the way? I mean, yeah, he did slavery poop, but to it. No, you know what he had? Wooden teeth.
Lincoln?
And, yeah, Lincoln. He had wooden
True?
teeth.
I don't think that's true, Ty. I think
I
you
don't
just
know.
made that up.
I don't know. I'm just trying to clarify that. You know, getting shot. Lincoln got shot, but he died. Theodore got shot and was like, fuck.
You should make above God just be called Chad.
Yes, Chad.
Like, that's better than God. That's funny. So the next one is the guy that you've been waiting for. Do you know who this is?
Fat Taft got stuck in the top, so he's fucking God.
Big boy Ty.
He got stuck in the top, so he's fucking God.
With that mustache, that's how I imagine him sound. I do declare, this is enough butter on my KFC. Then he gets stuck in the fucking tub because he eats so much butter. They had to use butter to get him out,
It's
actually.
finger licking good.
It's finger licking good.
Well, that's God tier. I mean, what else can we say?
All right, next we have Woodrow Wilson.
Trying to say
Yeah,
five
what do
times
you say?
fast.
What do you say? Woodrow Wilson, Woodrow Wilson, Woodrow Wilson. Oh, fuck, I can't.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So just
He,
because it's a tongue twister, I think he's beat you just off the tongue twister.
Yeah.
alone.
Okay, we'll do that because I was gonna say I know he did something about World War I, but I genuinely don't remember anything else about him other than that.
Oh, who fucking cares about World War One though? Jeez.
Yo.
It's all about getting stuck in a tub these days, man.
All right, next is one that I've only heard of and don't remember anything about. Warren G. Harding. So let's go ahead and put him in C tier based off of that alone.
C tier, yeah.
All right, and then the next one's another guy that doesn't get a lot of love, but his name is really fucking cool. His name's Calvin Coolidge.
Calvin Coolidge. You know, just
Really
off that
sick
name
name.
alone, I think he's kind of cool. So he's A tier.
A tier. Agree.
This
All
other
right,
guy-
next we have Herbert Hoover, which if you didn't know is what we named the Hoover Dam after.
Didn't he cause the depression?
What?
Didn't he cause the depression? Or is that the other guy?
Let's see. I'm looking. It doesn't say anything about it.
Okay.
It says actually no. He was president from 1929 to 1933, so he would have been like at the tail end of the depression.
So you know,
Yeah,
that means he's depressed, obviously. So he's relatable.
Right. Obviously.
So he's B tier just off relatability.
Who we
FDR.
do-
FDR.
Oh, FDR. FDR time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got tier. You know, because he the only one who had the balls become fucking dictator of the U.S.
Yeah, and also on top of that, he has the same last name as Teddy Roosevelt, which always confused me whenever I was a kid. But hey, what can you do?
And if Teddy was able to do a speech well after getting shot, I guarantee you FDR would have been able to take a machine gun and continues his speach. I mean, the dude
Agree.
was like not able to walk and was doing speeches. This man was a legend.
Oh damn. Okay, so I'm reading Harry S. Truman's little blurb that they give about him. This sounds like he had the most shit time as as vice president. It says during his few weeks as vice president, Harry Truman scarcely saw President Franklin Roosevelt and received no briefing on the development of the atomic bomb or the unfolding difficulties with the Soviet Union. Suddenly, these and a host of other wartime problems became Truman's problem to solve when he became America's 33rd president. So basically, he knew nothing about the shit that the U.S. was planning and then had to clean everything up. So we're going to have to put him in S tier at least for that.
Yeah.
This poor guy. He got put into the shittiest situation.
But then again, I think the best part about it is that he's a nerd. Just
Yeah,
off
true.
And I love dookie on nerds, I will admit. And he got dookie on hard, so I think relatable. So S tier.
All right, now we have Dwight D. Eisenhower. God, he just doesn't look good. You got to
No.
put him low.
Honestly, like F tier because you know the dude would just
He
like
looks like a derp.
what the fuck he did? Build highways? Who the fuck cares? F
He
tier.
literally looks like he'd be like, "What's up, man? My name's Dwight."
He looks like the rip-off Biden. What the
Now,
fuck?
now directly after this, we have possibly the most handsome president that's ever existed, John F. Kennedy. Absolute fucking Chad, just for the name. By the way, I don't know if you knew this, he boned Marilyn Monroe, bro.
Yeah, I mean, boning
like,
Marilyn Monroe, though, is
what are we doing
top
here?
tier.
You know, what are we doing here?
And on top of that, you gotta remember.
Shot to the heart, and you're too late.
He wasn't even shot in the head and the throat. It's worse.
Hey, same thing, tomato.
All right, now again, right after you, so like these two people that sandwich John F. Kennedy rather, have really unlucky because one, they're not John F. Kennedy, and two, they're both really ugly. So go ahead and put Lyndon B. Johnson somewhere low as well. I don't care where. I don't fuck. Get him away from me. Get him away from me. Thank you. All right, next we have an absolute fucking unit who got impeached. So we gotta put Nixon. I don't know. What do you think? Probably C tier because he did Watergate.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
but he's not quite as ugly as.
Actually,
Lyndon B.
now that you
Johnson.
think about Watergate, you know, water is top tier. We all need water to survive. And because of that, even though he's the cause of Watergate, who the fuck cares? He's C tier just off like he's water.
Yeah,
plus
he's way more handsome than Lyndon B. Johnson, so that has to go for something too.
Yeah. Now we
All
have
right, General Ford.
Oh, Ford.
Gerald Ford. Fuck, I said General. Gerald Ford.
It's better than who I was thinking of. I was thinking Harrison Ford.
From what I understand, this guy didn't even want to be president, but did it anyways, which makes him a pretty big Chad. So I'd probably have to say B or A tier. What do you think?
Honestly, I was gonna say A tier because this man had the balls to, you know, say, "Oh yeah, you wanted to put freaking Nixon in jail? Fuck no, I decline." And everyone had to respect him, so he's A tier.
Decline. All right, next we have Jimmy Carter.
He just looks like a old psychopath who doesn't know what he is.
So let me give you one thing that he did after his presidency. He did Habitat for Humanity, and really did a lot of good. So we have to put him kind of high for that. I don't know what he did as president, but that's what he did afterwards.
So obviously we gotta put him on because you know he helped out humanity, but
yes, B tier.
as coming from the guy that wants to see the world burn.
And also, again, we have another situation where it's like, man, unlucky position because right after that we have
Ronald
Reagan.
You know,
Now, Tal, I don't know if you know anything about Ronald Reagan, but he was a pretty good talker.
I honestly think he's the second Chad.
He is one of the funniest fucking presidents we've ever had. He is so fucking. If you go back, like I've literally watched every video on this. It'll be like 30 minutes of Ronald Reagan making jokes. They're genuinely fucking hilarious. Like he's so funny.
He was like a comedian, actor comedian. And
He was an actor and stuff.
Yeah.
He was. I mean, he's like top tier funny though. Like,
yeah, he is.
The only president that I can think of that might have been more funny was probably Obama, because Obama just fucking kills me. I think that's more though because he's a modern president, you know. So.
Also, I think the other reason I'll put him in chat isn't just because he's funny. Because if he was just funny, he'd be S tier. But this man, we were in a Cold War. This man was like, "Nah, man, I don't want this Cold War anymore." So he tells Russia, "Hey, bitches, we have the fucking Death Star from Star Wars. Come fight us."
Oh, Russia, do you want to get Death Starred?
And Russia was like, "Oh, we're going to bankrupt ourselves to make this Death Star." And they went bankrupt, and that was the end of the Cold War. That's how it all ended. He's a fucking Chad. Now
next we have George H.W. Bush. Man, what can you say? Started a dynasty.
Also looked ugly.
Yeah, he's pretty ugly. The thing that I don't like about him is that he kept on going with the Middle East, man. He's the one that started us getting stuck in the fucking Middle East for all of time. So I'm gonna put him in C tier or D tier.
Honestly, I would say put him in C tier, like average, but that face, I can't not put him in D tier. No, we're not hottie. We'll go on to Bill Clinton.
We have the president that was president whenever I was born, Bill Clinton.
When I was not.
Yeah, he was the very first president that existed at the same time as me while being president. Man, he really seems like a big piece of shit.
But also looks hot.
he's okay looking. He looks a little round to me. Like,
I mean, yeah, he isn't like the hottest man. Like, you can't compete with like Ronald Reagan.
You know who else is up there that people don't talk about a lot though? Obama. Obama's fucking like, look at that motherfucker. That's a good looking guy, bro. But let's see, Clinton. Back to Clinton. I'm gonna put him in B tier. I mean, for just for the fact that he was president whenever I was born.
I was gonna put him A tier because he cheated on his wife. I mean,
That doesn't make him better.
have you seen her though?
Yeah, then again, his wife is Hillary Clinton. Okay, A tier, A tier.
Hey,
right.
yeah.
All right, next is George W. Bush. Now, did a lot of shit that I disagree with. Went into fucking Iraq whenever they had nothing to do with it. Got us stuck in a horrible war. But fucking hilarious sound bites of him because he's so bad at speaking. Like, he just says things that just make no fucking sense. And there's like hundreds of hours of footage of him saying shit that doesn't make sense. He's just hilarious because of that.
So
It's just a bunch of they call him Bushisms, where he basically would just make something up and act like that was a real thing.
Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we.
Unless we're gonna have Bidenisms, because I think
Yeah,
Biden's the
Bidenism,
excessive way.
No, but Bush was like, it was worse. Like I can't even describe. You'll have to look up a video of it. It's so fucking funny. Anyway,
I'm
so
gonna
Bush,
have to.
because he's got hilarious sound bites, I'm gonna say A tier, same as Clinton.
Yeah. No, we have Obama, and honestly, like he's so unrelatable for one reason. He has like the voice of God himself.
My advisors asked me, Mr. President, do you have a bucket list? I have something that rhymes with bucket list. Take executive action on immigration? Bucket. New climate regulations? Bucket.
Like honestly, that voice.
My
soothes
fellow
me to
Americans,
street.
I have to go ahead and put Obama on at least A tier, possibly S tier, because he was fucking hilarious.
Don't interrupt.
I was also gonna put him in God tier just because of his voice though.
So
He-
a few things. Okay, a few things. This guy has to go in God tier. You know why? Handful of things. One, Obamacare. He tried to help out all of the people that couldn't afford insurance. One. Two, he think about this. Tao. When was the last time you can remember America having simpler times? Obama. That was the last time that you can remember America being like, it's not so bad here.
That's not.
You
so
know, like
bad.
it was always like, oh yeah. You never felt like your president was about to go on stage and embarrass the fuck out of you, you know, by opening his mouth. And you always felt like he knew what he was gonna do. And so it wasn't that bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him in God tier, maybe even Chad. He's close to Chad.
Ooh,
He plays
he's-
basketball
You know,
with
yeah,
this Secret Service.
Yeah, honestly, he's Chad. Yeah,
Chad,
I
I
can
agree.
agree with that. Now we have Trump. The most controversial president.
Where are we going to put him? Where do we go? I don't know. It could go
But
really anywhere.
to
I've
be
got my
honest,
best people working out of
We
this.
should put him in S tier because you know why? That
I
hair
can't agree with
though.
this. Okay, his hair's fucking horrible. I don't know. Why would I put him in S tier?
Hey, because it's terrible.
I think
He
I
wanted
gotta
to build
put
a
him.
wall though. That wall
gotta-
is gonna be
he's-
huge.
I think he's got to be in F tier because he really divided the nation a lot.
Hey, we're
did
not
a lot
taking
of
this
bad
seriously
things.
though.
He did a lot of bad things. I'm not even like Democrat or Republican. I'm neither.
I am
And this
too.
guy fucking pisses me off. He does so many things that just make the world worse.
F tier.
F tier. We can't. Now we got Biden, who I want to raise higher just because he's just fucking
Because he's
cannot
not
speak.
Trump.
Bro, he doesn't know where he's at. He doesn't know where he's at right now.
He's the type of guy that will be in the president debate and be like, "Where's the bathroom?"
I'll just go on my Depends instead.
Bro, so Biden has like all of these this is the reason why we can't put Biden very high. He's got a lot of videos of him like sniffing little girls' hairs and being
Yeah.
creepy with little girls. And then he has these weird videos of him having absolutely no fucking clue where he's at and saying these outrageous things.
And then he
his
makes out with
dentures
his
falling out.
daughter and shit, his granddaughter.
Yeah,
Like,
God,
oh,
he's
you
a
know what?
fucking
F
freak.
tier. You know, he's
Bro, how
slightly
the fuck
above.
how the fuck did we get 2 shit presidents in a row like that? How did that happen?
Hey, we at least had like Obama.
Yeah, by the way, not to mention Biden, hey, maybe whenever you get into office, don't make the first thing you do bombing another fucking Middle Eastern country, you piece of shit. Stop getting involved in the Middle East. What does that have to do with us at all?
I mean, the funny thing is, his first act was, "I'm gonna make sure I erase everything Trump did."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to make anything good. I'm gonna erase everything he did.
God, I can only hope that that he isn't able to run next time, and that Kamala Harris doesn't run next time, and we can get somebody new for the Democrats. Because Jesus Christ, if you listen to Obama, he would always say stuff like he was saying some of the same things that Trump was saying, but just in a better way.
Yeah.
Like he'd be like, guys, open your eyes. The media is trying to divide us. and then he would like basically talk about the media trying to divide the left and the right, and then he would be like, but listen, we're one nation. Whereas Trump's like, the media's trying to take me down specifically.
Fake
They're out for me. Fake news. Fucking piece
I'm gonna
of-
build a wall around the media.
No grasp of reality anymore.
Yeah, but yeah, this is the epic list of all time. This is how we
Great
rank
list.
presidents of the United States. Yes, you know, I couldn't believe we have George Washington on the same level as Biden and Trump, but hey, he didn't cut down the bush like we thought he would have.
Yeah, he
So-
should have cut down the cherry tree if he
Yeah.
wanted to be higher. Honestly, it's his fault.
Yeah, it's all his fault. I mean, he got
We're looking
dookie
at it
down by
really.
a nerd himself. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, thank you guys all for coming out. I know this is a Patreon only video. It might be out on YouTube, depending on how Patreon reacts to it. But thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on the other videos. And remember to fly high.